I planted this chestnut orchard beginning in 2014. And for the 11 years that we've completed growing this orchard, I've tracked all the expenses, income, expenses, everything. And a lot of people have asked me, is it all worth it? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how much money the chestnut orchard has made. Many people assume that this either makes great money or it completely fails. The short answer is it's probably not what you think. This chestnut orchard is 10 acres, and it was started with 100 bare root seedlings and 100 trees grown from seed, and we've grown it to 450 trees. All the others were grown from seed. Growing chestnuts from seed delays production, but it can save you significantly on your initial input costs. But this was always a long-term project. From 2014 to 2016, I invested about $7,500 to get started. That includes trees, tubes, and some initial mowing equipment to get started in the orchard. Then for a number of years, it was just money going out and nothing coming in. And this is the part where most people would quit. If I simplify everything over the 11 years, my expenses are about $100,000. And I'm going to show you a graph here, and the details aren't important, but looking at the trend lines are. You can see the income in black and the expenses in red. You don't need to look at the exact numbers, just look at the trends here in this graph. There's a long part between 2016 and 2020 where there's just outgo and no income. And this is the part on YouTube that nobody likes to show. There's a long period with money going out and no money coming in, and it just doesn't make financial sense. As time went on, I did begin selling some seedlings that I grew from seed. And then in 2020, I started getting a little income from chestnuts. But even then, it's a few $100s versus still several $1,000s going out in inputs. On YouTube, everybody loves showing the planting process and talking about their best case scenarios of making a ton of money on chestnut orchards. This is the part on YouTube that nobody wants to show you. That there is a long period of time before you even reach break even and getting into the profit zone in chestnut orchards. After 11 years, if you're wondering if this thing is making real money, the answer is no. Not yet, and maybe not ever in the way that people would expect. Heading into year 12, things are changing. Income is starting to match expenses. And while we may never make ourselves the chestnut millionaire, things are changing in a meaningful way. The harvest is starting to reach the exponential increase per year, to where we're going to be able to sell seeds at a much larger scale over the next few years. But it took over a decade to get here. If you look at some of those expenses, some of the big ones are things that you may already have though. If you take out the big equipment, the tractor, the zero turn, those big expenses, that's minus about 50 grand, and I still have those. I can use those for other things. But if you don't have them and you need something like that to till the ground before you plant, subsoil, something like that, you're going to need those expenses. But if you already have those items, that's going to be less inputs. But even if you take those out, it's about $50,000 in, and we've only made about $15,000 in income, and that includes YouTube revenue. If you're thinking about doing this for income, you need to hear this. Heading into our 12th year, we're just about even on an income and expense basis. If you take out the equipment, we're still negative. When you factor in your time, this is clearly a losing investment at this point. Remember, this is not passive income. Not even close. Who's this a good fit for? People that are longtime landowners, don't need money right away, and enjoy the process. That'd be a good fit. If you need money early If you need to finance to get there, or you're impatient, probably not a good fit. Financially, this has not been a great investment, but I'd still do it again. And that's the part most people don't understand. This has improved the land. I've enjoyed the process, and it does have upside going forward. In the next video, I'll talk about exactly what I would do if I was starting a chestnut orchard today. Remember, guys and gals, if you're not out there growing, you're dying. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.